everything. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been trying really hard to figure out a way to identify the hits that I have completely missed, so, and the best albums that are just not in my repertoire. Thus, we've come up with the album election. Now, here's the thing. There is this giant rule set to kind of, well, I say giant rule set, 6 simple rules. You follow the simple rules. You say you've read the rules. We've got it to where you can, once you have read the rules, hop forward and you can submit the album that and the album and artist that you want me to listen to. Now, when you submit the way you want it, you got to follow the formatting. We're going to have a giant collection of this data, and the albums that rise to the top are the albums that I will be putting into an album tour. Now, as we build it up, we are going to be slowly but surely kind of trickling out the data to show what albums people within the community, both Twitch and YouTube, would like me to listen to. So this is kind of a way that we're working on equipping the general voice of the community to speak. Obviously, I have significantly more followers on YouTube than I do on Twitch, and very often it's the Twitcherooskis that steer the ship. So doing it this way kind of allows our friends overseas that don't get to participate within the day-to-day operations of our stream a voice. Now, obviously, it's a little bit more limited, and we're still going to be working on this. Mega huge W's for Rebby Rabbit, by the way, the moderator that put all of this together. 1 vote, multiple albums, yes, but you can, actually, I think she answered that nice and easy themselves. Do you mind skimming through the rules? Yeah, give me a sec. So, quick, simple rules. This is the Walterooski album election poll, where we, Walt and the mods, have designed this poll to ask you what albums you think are mandatory listen stuff every person should hear at least once. That's kind of the big thing here. We were talking about like musical gaps. That's come up a lot in our conversation on stream lately, right? So we've been talking a lot about like, wow, some people have holes, like, that we just, for whatever reason, haven't listened to. This will give us the ability to kind of sift through, see what people are suggesting, notate what I have and have not heard, and eventually we'll be able to kind of block out you from submitting stuff that I have heard. It's a work in progress, but we're polling this because we want to hear what our audience thinks our albums Walterooski needs to hear. See what the majority of people are interested in, and then compile what the most requested albums are and see what the people want. Walterooski has become a democracy. Wow. We are going to gather the submissions into a giant list, see which albums are the most requested, and I'm going to go from there. Now, before we ask, we got some rules. Now, your request will not mean the album's automatically put into the hopper or is listened to, even if it gets hundreds of resubmits. I've got to have some interest in it. This will, it's obviously my stream. If 10,000 people request Pulse Demon, we're not getting a confirmed harsh noise reaction. That does actually sound like something that would be tough on me. There are certain artists that I have already confirmed a deep dive into, with every album being guaranteed as far as I can do it, or there will be a continued journey throughout, right? Right now, Bob Dylan, Fish, Ween, Zappa / Mothers of Invention, Steely Dan, and Talking Heads are artists that I said I'm doing the distance on. Don't ask me for any of them. I'm gonna get them, okay? Now, there's a chance I might have already reacted to your album before. Now, there is a handy-dandy list of every album that I have ever done, which, of course, will continue to grow. Check that out before if you're like, hey, did I do this? And we want a broad selection as possible. So as long as you don't repeat albums, you can only submit once. This particular poll, you can edit it later, so make it count. We are looking for obvious picks, so don't think, oh, Walter has definitely heard this album, because I may not have, right? Like, there's plenty of albums that just slipped right by me, and likely you too. So consider that to be the case. If you're not sure, put it in there. Again, you can have multiple submissions. You can only have one vote. So now that we have read the rules, feel free to hop over and make your decision. I will make sure that there is a link to this form in the video description below. There is also a link here in the Twitch chat in case you are wanting to type in your submissions. And again, W's for the moderator team who brainstormed this. You have no idea how cool it is to have a think tank of people that love music, love the fact that this is a community, and, want to be a part of something awesome. Like community music discovery. So it's probably going to come with a few hiccups. As they come, we will announce it. But again, we felt like this was maybe the best way to equip en masse people to have a voice and not just the people that show up on stream. Though I will say the people on stream, your voice counts too. You're here both ways. Now, guys, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for the positivity that you show both to me and to one another. Continue to be the best, and until I see you next, be introspective and consider the birds. And one other thing, moderators, I am requesting that you be checking the YouTube video description, video comments. If you see questions that get asked by anybody, feel free to hop in there and answer them. Obviously, we want to answer as many questions as possible about the poll. So, guys, talk to you later.